Relationship auditing. Where does that term come from? Nowadays, everyone is doing it, even deliberately or not deliberately. This is a common practice now. Like an accountant, we are doing auditing of our relationships, but we are not hiring accountants. We are hiring, without the money, we are hiring common public. As a judge, jury, adjudicator, in every way, we are asking common people, come on our social media, I will give you intimacy access towards my partnership and relations, and you can judge if they are good for me or not. This practice of publicly evaluating your partner, their behavior, their compatibility, even if they are okay for me or not, their own value system will be judged by the whole social media. 500,000 people will be judging them. Yeah, that will be the judge of my relation. Often, this will invite mass audiences, their judgments, their views to be imposed on us, and then it will explode from there onwards and explode our whole relationship. We will knowingly or unknowingly destroy our intimate relationships just because we are seeking validations based on our social media exposure. So, in the real time relationship review, where creators share screenshots of their text messages, absurd. Their recount arguments, they are being shared, and ask their followers to vote on whether their partner is a green flag or red flag. See to which extent the society has gone for attention span. Even I am discussing this topic for attention span, but these should be informative topics, entertainment topics. There are many other categories, but going into the intimate factor of someone's life, even I am unable to comprehend that. I live in London for I have lived here for long time. That I love the value system here, but they respect people of London and the UK. They respect privacy. That's the first thing they go and care about people, that they respect others. But over social media, people have crossed that limit. Why are people so addicted to watching someone else's relationship getting dissected, publicly humiliated? This emotional part with a participation trophy, that I am the one who is judging others and deciding that they should be together or not, if their partner is good for them or not, what kind of a trophy it is? Listeners and viewers feel like they are getting unfiltered access to intimacy that used to be private in our bedrooms, in our personal living rooms, and our personal discussions, our fights, our arguments, our love parts. Everything was supposed to be private from the beginning of civilization. Plus, they get to play the expert as well. Everyone has a relationship opinion. This gives them a stage on the social media that I will be the judge of your relationship. You should be teaching them or guiding them for their personal opinion, not dissecting their personal opinions or relationship, publicly humiliating them. That's the trick people are playing. Psychologically, it also triggers comparison between partners when people are judging your partner. They are telling you to judge your partners against your will. They start putting false comparison into your mind that is not relevant to you in any way, and that ends up destroying your relation, which keeps other people emotionally invested, and you are happy with that. We all are. So the next part we should discuss is that, is it just a modern gossip, or there's something else deeper happening, or it is a design structure that is allowing people to go deep into others' life? It's gossip with a data structure, because we are talking about AI, social algorithms. So the whole structure is designed around that, intentionally and artificially, that people will go around, see others people's lives, and then they start seeing the intimacy of their relation and start doing the judgments on them. Traditional gossip, if we talk about, that was supposed to be into a whisper form, but now it's a crowdsourced whispering. So everyone knows about everyone and everything, and then it's not about knowing even. Everyone has the right to be public or private, but who gives the right to judge the other partner. The whole public is judging everyone. And that's what the core values are. Here in UK, we stand for the core values. And that's what I love about that. But people, a lot of people, because of their short span or their love for short span on social media, they cross those boundaries. They bypass the value system. If you understand that the value system is the thing that defines everyone or around us, even us, everyone. So the algorithm becomes the therapist nowadays. Algorithm is deciding who will be judging. Even algorithm is deciding who will they show the videos to, the jury and the validator. So it's not about the social media, it's about how we use it. The next part is that, is it the culprit is the social media, the algorithm? No, the algorithm decides what you want to see, what you want to do with your feeds, what you want to do with your post. What I want to do is reach you, all of you. Algorithm knows that. And it will show it to people who are interested in this topic. But the same algorithm, what option the algorithm has? When the algorithm sees that this is your desire, algorithm is a genie. It will fulfill all your desires without a brain. But it's just a genie. So brain is with you people. So you have to decide to which level your personal lives will be going into public opinion. So next is, what is the most dangerous part of auditing your relationship in public? You are turning a dynamic, evolving connection into a static narrative. A static narrative is going to be a stigma on your partner. Once you label your partner a red flag or a green flag, 500 people, 100,000 people have done a like or dislike on your partner's character. That is a character profile that you have built for them for whole life, till they are on this planet Earth. That is forever. That's not for that post only. Even if you forgive them after the red flag tag, the audience does not forget that they have a tag, and they will punish you even for settling with them. Even if you forgive them after that, after you settle with the same partner, after getting a red tag on their profile, they will not let you live peacefully, because the audience does not forget what you have done. Your relationship will become a hostage to public opinion always. It will stay like that. Either you like it, you don't like it. Are there any situations where public auditing is actually justified? Very rarely you can say that. Yes, there are, when someone is documenting genuine abuse or manipulation of, or seeking support as a evidence from public or other people. That should be the guideline. Not everyone, for the sake of views only, should publicly abuse their partner's privacy for life as well. And sometimes in their innocence, they do these mistakes. So there should be rules where they are not allowed to publicly having the judgment of a relationship. The problem in the line between seeking help and content creation has dissolved because of this so-called our media fight, or a fight to gain more views. That line, that thin line where we don't even know that is it for help or is it for just views, that has dissolved. If you are adding trends, audios, and for pacing, you are producing entertainment. That's not a relationship advice you are asking or help. It's an entertainment section you are creating, and you are making fun of yourself or your partner. The self-respect is gone. It's not asking for advice. That distinction matters, and you have to learn. We have to learn as humans, as a society. We have to keep hold of that thin line where we don't dissolve that line of respect and entertainment. We have to understand that. Why do the comments almost always say leave him or her no matter the situation? They don't know the background, the emotional connection or anything. They see the apparent value, what is shown in the reel or a picture, and start assuming that you should leave, or they will guide you that you should leave or you should stay with them or him or her or them. Because commenters have zero stakes. That's the best thing you should learn. No one has a stake in your relationship, only you and your partner. They get that dopamine hit like a click. Oh, look at that. That's the entertainment thing. their relationship is going like that. Let me give my view because it doesn't affect me. So that advice is like, have a difficult conversation about boundaries, doesn't get likes. That's like a nuisance. The comment section towards extremism, because algorithm will reward that. Extremism is not again the algorithm, because algorithm will see that most of the people are answering that or liking that part. They are interconnecting or communicating with that post. That means eventually the algorithm is decided by us. Whatever the algorithm is going to do is being decided by us as humans. So how does this trend change the actual behavior of people in relationships? It creates the performance anxiety. We cannot sit idle even for a minute. We have to perform, because the social media has created so much anxiety in us that the best person is going to be performing all the time, and that is not possible. We need rest, we need break. Even in relationships, we don't need to be at a performance anxiety all the time. We cannot perform at the highest threshold all the time. Arguments get reframed because of the content creation. We recreate that artificially because we want to show some crisp to the audience. So some people even stage or escalate conflicts just to get some likes, reviews, comments. That's how they manipulate even themselves, and the audience as well is being manipulated. So there is no point blaming the algorithm. The only point is to blame you and myself, how we react. The algorithm will reward what we like. If you start liking positivity like this, algorithm have no choice to show other than this. So what happens to the partner who gets audited without consent? That also is happening on the social media. People can say, oh, they are being audited because both of them decide to do that. But a lot of the time, some people are being audited without any consent. They are often blindsided. They are not even aware that they are being a victim of that part. Their private text, their habits, their vulnerabilities are being exposed to hundreds of millions of people, and they are giving input and output on their life, their values. For example, if someone is having a vulnerability and you don't know if they are having a condition even. I have certain condition, medical conditions, that people won't realize that and they will start judging me. I have many conditions. So if people just because of this video and they think that, okay, he's sitting like this, he behaves like this, he talk like this, you don't know my conditions. Who are you to judge me based on that factors? You can judge me on my viewpoint, but not apart from that. People don't understand. So the point is, why still we are giving people the authority to come into our intimacy zone and someone else's intimacy zone where it should not be. It is emotional exposure and a betrayal, regardless of the auditor's intent, whatever you say. Is there a generational divide in how people view relationship auditing? That can be a point as well. Maybe Gen Zs and the younger generation, they will disagree with me because we were born in 90s. So they will not agree. They might say, you are backward. You are answering in a way. But still, whatever era we will be, there should be respect. There should be a thin line that should not be dissolved between respect and this level of degeneracy. So, why won't I share my life? Why don't I want to share my life? Should I share my life? It's your own choice. But still, in sharing, there should be some thin lines. Public and private life. That is why these two words are there, public and private. But the real split is between people who see relationships as private ecosystems to be nurtured versus public text, reels, and posts, and they are being interpreted. That philosophical gap is so big that cannot be summarized in this video. So that is why we are just discussing. So what's the future? Does the relationship auditing burn out or evolve? Is it gonna just go down or it's gonna go up in the near future? Into something, in some extent, more sophisticated and harder to detect it is because of the AI system, because of the rewards the system provides. We will see soft auditing, vague posts that simply imply relationships problem without details, forcing audience to speculate, to give and become a jury, give a judgment. We can't do anything, but we can play our individual parts, because again, stop blaming AI system, because the algorithm only reward what people like, and people have to understand, they have to teach the algorithm that this is what we want. Hopefully that makes sense. The only question is whether we develop the media literacy to recognize when we are being recruited into someone else's intimacy as unpaid jurors. So we will be teaching them, we will be teaching the media. We have to understand, we have to teach the media and algorithm that this is not what we want. We want the positivity in life, we want the energy in relations, we want the connection to be stronger. We don't want outside judgment, we want help. We want the judgment from outside world. When we want help, only then we want you. And we don't want stigmas and people judgments on our relationships. So let's share this, learn, and give your opinion. Maybe I am wrong, I'm also a human being, but that's my perception.